The National Guard soldiers who were shot yesterday were from West Virginia. And joining us tonight in studio is West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrissey. Governor, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by.
Yeah, it's good to be with you. Thank you.
I know that you spent some time today with not only some of the National Guard's troops, but also with the two families. Our hearts are breaking for them and for the state of West Virginia. Can you give us a quick update on how the two victims are doing, how their families are holding up?
Well, first of all, I think everyone's hearts and prayers from West Virginia and across the country go out to these two guardsmen and their families. You could just see in the hospital that so many people are rooting for these folks. They were very popular. They're very brave and courageous, and they're what West Virginians and Americans should be. They were focusing on the mission, and I know everyone is just stunned with what's been going on over the last 30 hours. I will say this, I think that everyone tonight is focusing on prayers for those folks. These are two individuals in very serious condition. I'm not going to go through all the medical issues.
Sure.
I'm just going to respect the family. But I will say this, these are individuals that were subject to one of the most heinous acts you could possibly imagine. Fortunately, there were other guardsmen nearby to neutralize the threat. But I know right now that the support network that we're seeing throughout West Virginia and the country is unmatched. I mean, people know what these two had done. They were leaders, they were popular, they're heroes.
They're so young, and we know their parents are very close to them at the hospital right now. Can you share with us a little bit of what you told those parents? Well,
I know that the parents are just looking for prayers, and they love their children so much. And I know that that's all we can do right now. You know, after the heinous act, and we know there's going to be a complete, full investigation. And I think that's so critical that justice is ultimately served in this case. But these folks are obviously focusing on their kids and what happened. And I think that they see what's happening in West Virginia. They know how many people are looking out for their kids. And from everything, talking to parents, talking to people who are in the unit, these were some of the most popular, amazing kids possible. And by the way, they were doing it all for the right reasons. The two people had volunteered to stay. So they were there for a few months, but they volunteered to stay. That's because they want to serve their state. They want to serve their country. And so I'm so proud of them. And I know every West Virginia is thinking about them a lot tonight.
I know there was a moment yesterday where we were all terrified. We all thought they had passed away. You thought they had passed away. And then you reversed that on X. Did you just get, I want you to just explain to the people at home, did you just get bad information, or was it just a chaotic scene?
No, I mean, we try to rely on information from very credible people, and you report it to educate the public. And then if you learn that there was an error, you quickly correct it. I think we tried to do that in 20 minutes. And so you do your best during these very difficult situations. What I'd say is this. We've been talking a lot with the family and every member of the unit. I think people know that the state of West Virginia, the governor's office, the National Guard, everyone is standing with us, and we're trying to make sure that we're providing the best information to people.
One more quick thing. There has been so much back and forth and criticism from the left on why these troops are here in the first place. And they're really here to help D.C. police, right, and to bring crime down. And it's been working. It has truly been working. The Washington Post editorial board actually pushed back on this criticism today. They wrote this: the National Guard's presence in the Capitol has been controversial since it began this summer, but blaming the service members' presence for provoking this monstrous act is inappropriate. The Guard has helped reduce and deter violent crime and is far from menacing. What's your message to young people who are watching tonight, people who might be thinking about enlisting in the National Guard, whether they're in West Virginia, across the country, and they're maybe double-minded about it now?
I think one of the most important things is we're not going to back down where the evildoers try to perpetrate terrible acts upon brave citizens, people that are serving our country. These are individuals that stepped up, and they were working with the federal government, the National Guard, to clean up crime in a city. And by all accounts, it really, really worked. Crime was way down. I know I spoke with the president yesterday, and he was talking about that. And then you have this brazen act of terrorism and the way they did it. I want to send a message to every potential recruit across the country, whether you're dealing with the West Virginia governor, when you're dealing with any state across the country or the federal government, we're going to have your back. We're going to make sure that there's accountability for the evildoers who try to do harm to our country. And we're going to make sure that we reward and praise these amazing, courageous heroes because they're doing the things to defend our freedoms that others won't. So I have nothing but incredible things to say about these kids.
Well, I'm sure that it lifted the spirits of all the soldiers that are still patrolling the streets of the district right now to see you visit with them, and I'm sure the families appreciated it as well. Governor, thank you for dropping by.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.